Alfonso Ribeiro, who played Carlton, did an interview recently, and he talked about the pain and the price he had to pay for making other people happy. Watch this.
For me has always been that in terms of acting, most of the world can't get past Carlton. So because of that, I have been typecasted to the point where it's almost impossible for people to see me doing something else. And so because of that, and I say this all the time, and it's actually an interesting thing to think about, right? Imagine for a second you did something. People loved it. People thought it was fantastic. They think of you doing it. They can't think any other way. It was perfect. You landed every joke the way they wanted you to land it. It was nothing better. And then it ends, and they tell you that thing that you were so great at, you'll never be able to do it again.
Deep. Very deep. This is, yo. He's basically talking about people putting the battery in your back. Attention, men. This is something that society wants to do to you. Imagine society, the narrative, the woman that you choose. You listen to your single mom. Your job requirements is telling you to do and be a certain way. It's not necessarily who you are, but you become accustomed to doing it the way that people wanted you to do it. And then you nail it until they're done with you. So when you get with a woman and you decide to curb your enthusiasm for certain things, you decide to let the things, let your body fade, let your hobbies fade, because you're trying to create a union with a woman. When that woman is done with you, she's done with you. And now you become typecasted. You can't go back to doing the things that you would wanted to do. You can't become the guy in that woman's eyes that she first was attracted to. Alfonso Ribeiro is basically saying that he went through some shit after the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air went off the air.
You're no longer allowed to act because you did that one so well that we can't see you as something else. Is a really difficult transition that took years for me to understand and to get past. It's why hosting has become so much fun for me, because for 30 years, 15, 20 years, I was like, no, I'm not that guy. I'm this guy. And
you see, when you let people define you, you let content creators define you, you let women define you, you let your friends and family define you, you let the narrative society define you. They control you. They control you. They discard you when they want to. They prop you up when they want you. And it's difficult. It's a tough transition. And he says it took years for him to try to grasp his head around it. Imagine doing something so well and then it stops. And you've invested so much time to try to do this thing so well, you let everything else pass you by. This is why the work-life balance is so important. You got to grind, you got to stay on your purpose, but are you living in the meantime? Are you rewarding yourself? Are you taking time to smell the roses? I tell you guys all the time, I keep bringing up my age because it's important for you to understand. Most of you guys are younger than me. Please don't waste time. Okay? Don't waste time, man. Use every minute, every hour to not only better yourself, but to create a foundation for yourself. Take it from an OG, okay? Very important.
this guy can do all those other things if you just forget this guy. And I'm like, oh, so I'll just be this guy. And this guy is me, and it's easy, and I like it, and I like who I am, and I'm confident with who I am, and I don't feel like I need to apologize for who I am because I love what I do and I love who I am, right? I love myself. Not egotistically. I'm happy.
See? Listen to that shit. He can't even say that he loves himself. This is your confidence scares people. Your confidence turns people off. I told you guys I only get along with confident people because we have an understanding. It took me a really long time to be confident on all cylinders. I'm still working on it. We all have insecurities, but you have to work on it every day. So when I say don't waste any time, work on yourself every day. Try not to let life's obstacles and things that get in the way interfere with your mission. Not women, especially. Women will come and go. And the more focused you are and the more vivid your mission and your mission statement is, you're going to have less women, but the quality of women are going to be better because they understand that they may not meet the qualifications of your mission statement.
Be with the person that I am because I am positive. I am glass half full.
I mean, that's a really positive way to look at it. I always do think about that for shows that are so iconic, and those actors, we do just sort of put them in that box forever. Does that change your like relationship to the show at all? Like, is it still an enjoyable experience for you when you look back?
Well, I look back totally enjoyable.
Yeah.
Right? Some of the best years of my life created family members, right? That cast, they're family. It's not actors that I worked with, they're family. And absolutely loved the show, loved making it. But I can't watch it because it creates a certain amount of pain is associated with watching it, because the enjoyment that everybody else had is the reason why I feel the pain.
Yo, imagine creating such an iconic character in TV history, having a blast doing it, trying to perfect it, bringing joy to the masses, only for it to fall and die. And you trying to reinvent yourself because you worked really hard to try to be confident, to try to navigate through those rough patches of silence. Now you can't even move forward with it. So now you've been traumatized so much, you can't even watch it because their joy brings you pain. It's Father's Day. We're talking about fathers. I know a lot of fathers who sacrifice and are in pain at the expense of their family's joy. It's a touchy subject to argue with fathers about this. You know, it's not my place to tell you how to do things, but I know that a lot of you are in pain because you put your wife, your kids first. And unbeknownst to the kids, they can't help you because you don't want them to know about it. Your spouse or your woman may know about it, but because she's so selfish and because she sees you as a man, you're supposed to handle it. This is why we do dumb shit. This is why we go to the bottle, we go to drugs, we have side bitches, we decide to go to therapy, we let ourselves go because we're in pain at the expense of other people's joy. Alfonso Ribeiro, aka Carlton Banks from The Fresh Prince, can't watch the show because it's too painful for him.
So it's a really interesting, weird world that I have to live in when people run up to me saying, Carlton! And the name creates pain because it stopped me from being able to do what I originally loved, which was acting. So it's a really interesting world that I live in, but I look back on it, pure positive. The best years, best time working with an incredible cast and crew and producers. I look back at it and I think nothing but wonderful thoughts. It's the after that is difficult.
Yo, salute to that, man. A lot of us are in pain, bro. Okay. And if you've ever been in pain and you've overcome pain, you could tell the people who are on the microphones are in pain. I could tell. Okay, I could tell. A lot of these niggas been to therapy. They don't want to say it. It's nobody's business. I mentioned it. I shared it because I thought it was important. Why the fuck you keep talking about your age, AV? Because it's important for you, not for me. I'm dealing with the aches and pains of a 50-year-old. I'm dealing with it. I'm dealing with reflection about all the time that I wasted. I'm trying not to waste any more time, but I don't have the energy that I used to. So again, if you are younger than me, you've wasted time. You're tired of pointing the finger at women. You're tired of pointing the finger at feminism. You're tired of pointing the finger at the judicial system, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You got to start pointing the finger at yourself and your father. This is very important. If you decide to have kids and you want to be a father of your own, and you think that it's necessary to put everybody's joy in front of you, you're going to wind up being an old man who's miserable. Your kids are going to live on and do their own thing. You and your wife will probably be fucking roommates. And you're going to look back at your life and you're going to say, damn, I wasted a lot of time. I don't want that for you guys, bro. I know a lot of people like this, bro. This is very important. I'm pretty sure you know people like this too.
If it's some mothers in here, bro, please stop. Please let your child see their father, especially if they a good father. Let your child see their father. If y'all just don't know, that ruins us inside. Like, it ruins us bad. Like, our relationship, like, we have to grow up with this. And this will forever be a story of our lives growing up without our father. Like, if you got a child right now and you're literally keeping them away from their father, you ruin the kid's life. It's not gonna come back good on you. They gonna always have this hatred towards you. You feel me? For you keeping them, but if you like keep them away from a father for a good reason, like he a drug addict or something like that, or he just can't get right, then yeah, I understand. But if he's a good father, let the man see his child for sure. Like, for real, like, let him see his child, because I'm telling you, we need our father figures. You feel me? We need our father figures. We love our mom. We love y'all to death. We love our mom so much, but we need our father figures. We need that, that manly in our life. You feel what I'm saying? So please let your child see their father, especially if they're a great father. And if you are anything like me, and you're grown now and you have the chance to go find your father, and he actually like a good person, I advise y'all to go find your father and go talk to your father and catch up on times. Cause look, this life is short, bro. I understand that this life is short and you only get one father. You feel me? So I feel like I gained enough confidence to go actually speak to my dad and have a conversation with him and see like what he's been going through all these years without seeing me.